So welcome everybody. I am Trish Palin from the Sacred Summit, and I have Karyn DeMol with me. She is an award-winning author. I think she's up to like award 6,752 now or something like that.
10
That-
awards, 10 book awards.
that's as good as you can get, you have to admit. Like that's as good as you can get.
Yes, we're
So
very, very proud.
proud. Oh, proud doesn't even come close. I'm stoked for you. Honestly, I know someone famous. Ooh. So please jump onto her book if you'd like to grab a copy of it. It is inside the blog called Eating Secrets. So Karyn, you're going to be at the Sacred Summit and you're going to be doing targeted application of crystals.
Correct.
Tell us a bit more about that.
Okay, so most people who buy crystals, they go out and like read books about what a particular crystal will do. You know, like a clear quartz might sort of clear energy. Black quartz will actually sort of like protection. But I actually learned that I can actually have a special technique to actually program crystals for their own specific use. Wow. So a lot of people do grids to actually put the energy into it. But you know, they're beautiful. I love grids. They're so pretty.
Really good looking, aren't they?
And when you got all the colors and it looks really good. And again, that's about putting your energy into what your intention is. I love them for big groups. But if I'm working with someone, either on myself or with a client, I actually like to actually program the crystal specifically for their use.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I find that by doing that, I get a lot better results because that energy, I pick up the crystal, I actually specifically ask it, can I use it for this specific use? It will tell me a yes or a no in the way it talks to me. And then once that's happened, I will then cleanse the crystal and then actually program it for that specific use. And then use that with that client for that. And
they say to do that with dowsing as well, like ask the crystal, what is your yes, what is the no, what is the maybe? Like, that's really cool. So do you use like a combination of crystals as well, or is it just one that talks to you?
It depends on what I'm working with and what I actually sort of what I feel. Like, as I said, I might pick up about 3 crystals and go, okay, this one mixed with this one, just whatever sort of comes up for me.
Yeah, and you've got cards as well to go with them.
Yeah, so basically, I found I've got Galactic Guides, and it was the Galactic Guides who taught me how to program the crystals in my specific way. Because a lot of people can program crystals.
Yep.
But through that process, I also designed some cards that I channeled down, and I use them to cleanse, protect. And I also use them, my clients might sort of pick up a card and use something, okay, what do I need to do this today? I need to cleanse myself. I need to heal myself. But I use them for the crystals, and I can actually program the crystals with these cards as well as my intention.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And when we were talking just before, you mentioned something about a peacock. What's that story again?
So I had a session, I had a healing session for myself with someone, and through that session, peacocks came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I went into a crystal shop, and I walk into a crystal shop and I don't look at the crystal and go, oh, what's that crystal? What's the use of that? I will pick up the crystal and feel the energy of that crystal in my hand. And I'll either feel like a good, and I'll just either know it's a good energy or a bad energy. And I picked up this crystal in a crystal shop and I was holding on to it, and it was so powerful.
Yeah.
And when I looked at what the actual crystal was called, it was called a peacock crystal.
That's just meant to be. Like, that's synchronicity right there.
Basically, it was like I just knew I had to buy that crystal. And I have to admit, it is one of my most powerful crystals that I will use, and that will often say yes to me to work with someone.
It just loves you.
Yeah, it's meant for me.
Oh, I love that. Like, and I must admit, like, you know, my partner is a bit like, oh, you crystals, you know. But, you know, for everyone who's listening, I did stick a piece of Lapis Lazuli under the bed slat near his pillow to help him sleep better, and he's sleeping better. So, no about the crystals sort of thing. And, you know, people don't really understand the connection that people feel when they pick up these things. Like,
not everyone. I've noticed. I was given a job to actually cleanse someone's crystal because it had bad juju on it. And I found out one of the girls in our office could actually feel the energy, and the other one couldn't. So each person can feel something different when they're actually holding a crystal. But ultimately, like, I will often give crystals as a gift to someone, like one of those bracelets, and say it will protect you and be there until as long as it needs to. If those bracelet ones can break.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I know that's the time, that's their time to leave them,
Yep.
and it's had the
Yep.
use it needs to have.
Or recycle
And
into the universe or whatever it needs to do.
exactly. And my partner's
Absolutely.
exactly the same. He calls everything I do this side of what I do woo woo. And he's got crystals at his computer. He specifically asked me to give him crystals.
Oh, that's so cute.
And my brother, when he had cancer, I went and got him a couple of crystals, and he used to carry them around his pocket. And he said he
Yeah.
felt the warmth and the protection of the crystals the whole time. And
Oh,
yeah, so they're quite
that's
amazing crystals. They're so healing.
yeah. I've got a
And
girlfriend that actually carves them, and she was
oh,
telling me
beautiful.
just yesterday how she carves hugging crystals. So she
Ah,
carves them into a shape, and then when you're feeling lonely or something, you just take that crystal, you place it on your heart, and you hug it,
ah,
and you
that's
just get
amazing.
flooded with wonderful memories. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So thank you, everybody. I have had a sneak peek at what Karyn is going to give away at the Sacred Summit. I'm all about her targeting application of crystals. I can't wait for you guys to get it. I'm not going to reveal anything because it's like pretty damn cool. So please jump onto the Sacred Summit. You can come free or VIP and join in on Karyn's talk all about targeting application of crystals.
I look forward to seeing you all there.
All right, lovely. See you in the future. Bye bye.
Yeah.